Menopause has changed my body, my metabolism, my energy, my emotions. And honestly, it has shown me where I need deeper healing, deeper discipline, and deeper dependence on God. And over the last 4 years, I have steadily gained a little over 40 pounds. I want to share with you my journey, my actual weight loss journey, and my healing journey. I started making YouTube videos back in 2008 because I was on a journey to heal PCOS and also to lose weight. It was more of a weight thing for me than it was PCOS, but I got healed of PCOS, and that was the beginning of why I do what Chelsea Eats here on YouTube. But now I want to share what has happened during my menopause journey, and I want to share with you how and what I'm going to do to lose the weight that I gained over the last 4 years. Towards the end of perimenopause, then hitting menopause, and now I am post menopause. I've been post menopause for a couple of years, and it has taken me a couple of years to actually figure out what I'm actually doing here as a result of going from perimenopause to menopause to postmenopause. So I want to share that journey with you. And it has been sort of an interesting journey because in the beginning I was really oblivious. I didn't know anything was happening. I thought I was just my normal self because I felt like my normal self in the beginning. And what ended up happening is things started to shift that God was trying to prepare me for in the few years prior, but I didn't. There were things that He told me to specifically do that I didn't do. And as we talk through this journey over the next few months, some of that stuff I will talk about that is important. But I think how it all started is stress. I had a very traumatic, stressful event that happened some years ago. And even though I was going and doing everything that I know how to do every day, I was not handling it well. And I didn't realize that at the time until this stressful situation kept on perpetuating itself. And then I recognized that my nervous system was a mess. I was a mess because I was completely and totally stressed out, cortisol levels high at the wrong time of the day, all the things. And so I went through that for several years as I've been moving through this whole menopause, this perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause situation. And then at the end of this, and toward the end of this, I started going to get my menopause certification, which helped me put into perspective a lot of what was actually happening in my body. So that's why you haven't heard me talk about it very much, because I'm like, what is even going on here? Because my symptoms were not like your traditional symptoms. They weren't, I wasn't having hot flashes. I wasn't having, the night sweats and all the traditional menopause symptoms that people have, or perimenopause symptoms that people have. I wasn't having that. My symptoms looked different. And in a future video, I will go into a little bit deeper detail as far as what was happening with my body in that regard. But the biggest thing that has happened is I would eat my big salads and drink my smoothies and, drink my juice and all that stuff. And I started not still not feeling well. And so I found in that process that I was gaining weight over the last few years. And no matter what I did, I could not maintain weight loss. Like, it would go away and it would come back. It would go away and come back, go away, come back. And I think a lot of that was spiritual. And a lot of that is spiritual. And also it's physical too. Like some foods that I used to eat that were good for my my healing journey or my health, even though they're not bad foods, I didn't couldn't eat them on a regular basis anymore, or I had to shift things that maybe I used to not eat that I eat now versus later. Like I haven't made any major shifts where I like don't eat a plant-based diet or anything like that. The God has not led me into not eating a plant-based diet, but there are foods that I eat that now that I didn't eat before. Like one example is chickpeas. For years I didn't eat chickpeas, and I told many of you not to eat them because they contribute to the estrogen dominance in some women. Not, and I would always say you have to preference it and see how you feel when you eat them. And a lot of people were like, yeah, I can tell I can't eat chickpeas, for example. And now I can eat chickpeas and they actually make me feel good and settled. So that's just one example. The point of this video is I have gained weight and it happened slowly. And I have been fighting the battle of trying to get the weight off of me for some years now. You know, what I have done hasn't worked. And I have put some things in place, like supported myself hormonally, supported myself differently spiritually, supporting myself differently as far as my stress levels are concerned. Those are some of the things that I have changed. And I have let go of some things that I've been holding on to for a very long time. Some of those things I'm still in the process of letting go, but I'm being gentle with myself, and I am walking through this journey in a way that is authentic, honest, and I'm following God the entire way in the process. So I wanted to just share that with you. In the next videos, I'm going to be talking about how I gained weight, what I'm going to be doing to lose the weight, what kind of exercises I will be doing, and how I will be praying and relying on God, and how I will be reading God's word to renew my mind every day. I'll be talking about consistency and mindset because those things are important. And I will be sharing my journey with you. I'll be sharing with you some of the things that I eat. I will share with you how much weight I've lost at different times. I will share with you anything that I think would be encouraging to you if you're on the same journey. And those of you who are actually in this perimenopause era where you're like 35 to 40, 45 years old, I'm going to tell you something that I wish that I had listened to or known at that time in my life. You need to be preparing yourself to make this transition. You need to enjoy your 35, 40, 45, 50 years, like in those time frames. You need to enjoy that. You don't need to be stressed out about it, but you need to support your body in a way in which it will prepare you when you go over that threshold and you're going into menopause, that you don't get tripped up like I got tripped up. The reason that I got tripped up is because I allowed the stress of the things that were going on in my life to affect my physical body. And stress, anxiety, fear, those types of things are the things that can wreak more havoc on your body than anything else. So I just want to make sure that I share that with you. And if you haven't already signed up for the Come Drink from the Well retreat, I am inviting you to join me in Sarasota, Florida in August. I still have some spaces left. It is August 27th, up as 27th through the 31st. I think that's the date. And the information is at whatchelseaeats.com/retreat. If the Lord has been pulling on your heart to go and you're just on the fence, come on. And it's where you will receive ministry, you will receive a chance for you to receive love that maybe you've been waiting for, relationships with women who are on a on a similar journey. And I would love to see you there. I would love to hug you. I would love to hug you, pray for you, worship with you, and see you at the retreat. Again, it's whatchelseaeats.com/retreat. And if you have any questions, you can email me at info@whatchelseaeats.com. And then you can put in the subject line retreat, and I will answer your questions as soon as I can. But I'm looking forward to walking through this weight loss journey, losing this menopause weight with you. Yeah, I'm excited about it. So yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see what the Lord is going to do with it. Anyway, I know I didn't give you a whole lot of information in this video, but stay tuned because I've got some more videos coming up to talk about the whole process. All right, take care. Lots of love.